Hi, thanks for joining me today. This video is going to help us a little bit with our focus and concentration. So if you are an equestrian, you know how important focus and concentration is when you are in the saddle. But if you're doing any type of physical activity or anything that requires you to really be present in the moment, then yoga can help you. So today you just will need at the end something to sit on, a firm blanket or cushion, and of course your mat. We're going to start standing. So coming to mountain pose, so feet hip distance apart. Think of lifting all of the toes up off of your mat, spread the toes, place the toes down, and then find even weight in the feet, front to back and side to side. So you might just take a little weight, shift your weight a little into the left foot, into the right foot until you find that balance between the two. And then maybe shift the weight a little into the ball of the foot and a little into the heel, going back and forth very gently and slowly. And then find that balance point where you have just a tiny bit more weight in your heels than in your toes. But thinking of that balance, again, not only side to side, but front to back. And then the kneecaps lift up, the sternum lifts, you have energy through the crown of the head. Let the arms rest down by your side. And just for a few moments, just close the eyes or take a soft gaze down past your nose. And just take a moment to just check in and see how you feel today. Feel the connection of your feet to the earth. Feel the steadiness and the strength of your legs, the length of your spine. And think of the energy going all the way up through the crown of the head into the sky. And as you breathe, imagine that as you inhale, you're inhaling in through the soles of the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, you're exhaling from the crown of the head all the way down and out through the soles of the feet. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. So we want to find that grounded foundation. Full breath in, long breath out. And keeping that steady flow with your breath, you can keep the eyes closed or let the eyes open. As you take your next inhale, float the arms all the way up and overhead, reach up through the fingertips, and then exhale, turn the palms down, float the arms back down by your side, gently bring the hands to the heart. So we'll do that a couple times with the breath. Inhale, float the arms all the way up again. Feel that connection of your feet to the earth while the energy is reaching up towards the sky. Exhale. Release the hands down. Good. One more time like that. Inhale, float the arms all the way up. Maybe take the gaze up if it feels okay for your neck. Exhale, release the hands down, bring the hands to the heart. So this time, let's come to the end of our mat because we're going to be doing a little bit of a flow here. So come to the end of your mat. And once again, let's take that nice extension, float the arms all the way up and overhead. And then as you exhale, bring the palms together, bring the hands down to the heart, bend your knees a lot and fold all the way down to a standing forward bend. So still think of that grounded foundation pressing down through the feet. Let the knees bend, let the crown of the head release down. You can take hold of opposite elbows here if you'd like. If you need a little bit more support, keep your fingertips on the mat. You can either have fingertips to the mat or you can even rest the hands palms up, fingertips towards each other, a little stretch across the back of the forearm and the wrist. Couple breaths here. Again, really let those knees bend and just let the spine fold forward. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, come halfway up, lengthen through the crown of the head, reach the fingertips onto the shins or the thighs. Exhale, fold all the way back down, and then float the arms out to the side. Come all the way back up to that extended mountain pose. Bring your palms together. Bring your hands to the heart. So we're going to do that little vinyasa, little flow one more time. Inhale, float the arms all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way down. Inhale, come halfway up again, nice length through the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, fold back down. Press into the feet, float the arms out to the side, come all the way back up, palms together. Bring the hands to the heart. So from here, we're going to start to, again, a little bit more awareness and focus for our foundation. So take your left foot, turn the toes slightly towards the left front corner of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Slide your left leg about 2.5 feet to 3 feet back. We're prepping here for warrior one. Begin to bend your front knee. If your knee shoots past your ankle, walk the foot out further. Back toes are turned in slightly, and our feet are not lined up front to back. We're on railroad tracks. The right foot is closer to the right edge of the mat, left foot closer to the left edge of the mat. Again, hands to the hips, lift the sternum, inhale, lengthen up, think of drawing that right hip back, press into the outside edge of your back foot, think of lifting the inner arch of your back foot. Hands can stay at the hips, or you can bring the hands to the heart. Widen the collarbones, again, press into the feet. Inhale and exhale. If you'd like, you can bring the arms overhead. Again, couple breaths here. Again, just think of that focus and concentration. Focus on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Another breath here, inhale and exhale. Then we're going to take this and open up into a warrior two. So bring your hands back to your heart. We're going to come onto the toes of the back foot, step the back foot a little further back. Now line up the front foot with the back foot. Again, feet a little bit wider. Make sure your knee is still right over top of your heel, and then extend the fingertips out by your side, looking out over that right middle finger. So now our hips are facing the long side of the mat. Press into the feet. Again, find that energy, find that concentration. Just take your gaze gently out that right middle finger, our drishti, our focal point. Inhale and exhale. Good, another breath here. Inhale and exhale. Now bring your hands back to your hips. We're going to step that back foot in and turn our hips again to the front of our mat and just step right back up to that mountain pose. Find your mountain pose here. Inhale and exhale. Notice how your body feels. Another breath. Inhale and exhale. Then inhale, float the arms all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding down, forward bend, then float the arms out to the side as you come all the way back up. Bring the palms together, bring the hands to the heart. And now bring the hands to the hips. Now we're going to take the right toes, turn towards the right front corner of the mat, and then slide that right foot again about 2 to 2.5 feet, 3 back, whatever again works for your body shape and alignment. The left foot is a little closer to the left side of the mat, right foot a little closer to the right side of the mat. Left hip draws back, shoulders facing the front of the mat. Hands can stay at the hips, or you can bring your hands to your heart. Think of pressing into the palms, draw the shoulder blades together, or extend the arms up. Lowest ribs draw towards the hips. Inhale and exhale. You can find your concentration in our warrior one. Inhale and exhale. And then as we transition to warrior two, palms to the heart. We're going to take the back foot, step it a little further back, walk the front foot a little bit more to the center line, and then open the hips towards the long side of your mat, towards the right side of the mat. Now reach and look out over that left middle finger. Press into both feet. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale and exhale. Good, another breath. Inhale and exhale. Now bringing those hands to the hips, we're going to come onto the toes of that back foot, step it forward. Again, square the hips, walk that foot a little to the left, front foot a little to the left, and then right foot up beside the left. Hands to the heart, come back to that mountain pose. Take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale, float the arms all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. This time, exhale, both hands to the mat, step back to plank pose. Right leg steps back, left leg steps back, wrist under shoulders. Press through your heels. You can always bring your knees down to the mat for a little bit more support, but keep those core muscles engaged. Inhale and exhale. Good, another breath here. Inhale and exhale. Now roll a little forward across your toes. Bring your knees to the mat. Pick your feet up, crisscross the ankles. Bend your elbows, lower all the way down to your belly. Straighten the legs, hands beside the chest, hug the elbows in. Inhale, lift the forehead, lift the upper chest, low cobra. Exhale, lower down. Let's do that 2 more times. Really press into the feet, press into the pubic bone. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Good, 1 more time. Inhale, we're lifting up. We're not pushing ourselves up with our arms. Exhale, lower down. Now press up to your table pose. Curl the toes under. Lift your knees, send your sit bones up and back to downward facing dog. You can keep the knees bent here or pedal through the feet very slowly. Check your alignment. Make sure your hands are shoulders distance apart, your feet are hip distance apart, and have enough space lengthwise between the hands and the feet to bring that nice length into your spine. Inhale and exhale. And then very gently release the knees down to the mat. Uncurl the toes, come back to a child pose. Hips towards the heels, forehead towards the mat. If your forehead doesn't come down, you can take your hands, make fist with the hands, and let the head rest gently there. Inhale and exhale. And then very gently bringing the hands back out. If you were supporting the head, press into the palms, slide the hands back towards you, come up onto your heels just for a transition. Shift your hips off to one side. Bring the legs out in front. We're going to use that blanket or cushion that I recommend that you have when we started. So blanket behind you or cushion behind you. Lift your sit bones up on the blanket. That helps to bring a little bit more length into your spine. There's a tendency when we sit without support on the ground, we have a tendency to do this. So if you lift your sit bones up, it's going to give you that opportunity to find that nice length in your spine. So bring your hands down on either side of the hips, roll the shoulders back, coming into staff pose, Dandasana first. Flex the feet, energy in the legs. Find your breath. Inhale and exhale. Think of the concentration in this very simple, basic pose, but there's a lot going on here. We're lengthening the spine, the lowest ribs drawing towards the hips are engaging our core. Collarbones are nice and wide. We're breathing. And we're going to take this into a variation of a forward bend. So we're really going to let the knees bend here. So bring your hands behind your knees, lift the knees up, kind of drag the heels a little towards you. Nice deep inhale, lengthen up, and as you exhale, just think of closing this hinge right where the top of the thigh meets the pelvis. Close the hinge, lean a little forward. You can rest your hands on your mat, you can rest your hands on your lower legs, or gently holding onto the edge of your feet. Do not use the arms to pull you further into this pose. You can just let the hands rest there. You can keep your gaze out towards the end of your mat, or very gently take the gaze down. Keep thinking of length in your spine. Inhale and exhale. Still think collarbones wide here. Just inhale and exhale. So taking a few breaths here, then we hold a pose that might not be as easy for us. Requires, again, a little focus, a little concentration, and that awareness to our breath. Another inhale and exhale here. And then very gently bring the hands to the mat and drawing the lower belly in, begin to walk the hands back towards you, lengthen up through the crown of the head, gently let the legs straight and come back into Dandasana staff pose, roll the shoulders back. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to finish with a pranayama practice that is really excellent for focus and concentration, alternate nostril breath, alternate nostril breathing. So you can sit, a couple different variations. You can take your blanket or cushion and sit with it resting on the heels, giving yourself a little support here if that feels comfortable. If that does not feel comfortable, then you can sit cross-legged with your sit bones up on that blanket, just as we did with the legs straight. So just bringing the legs in cross-legged position. So for alternate nostril breath, we'll be breathing, the sequence is breathing in through the left side of the nose. So we'll use a mudra, a hand position. So using the right hand, fold down your middle finger and your index finger. Your thumb closes the right side of your nostril, and this combination of pinky and ring finger close the left side. So we will breathe, we'll close the right side, we'll inhale in through the left. We'll close the left side, pause for just a moment, and then we'll release the right side, exhale out the right. And then we'll inhale through the right. Close the right, hold both for a moment. Release the left, exhale out the left. And that's one cycle. So I'll be talking you through that. And again, just find that steady flow. You can close your eyes or have your eyes open, and you can rest. Use your opposite hand, that left hand, to support that elbow if that arm gets tired. So whatever feels comfortable for you. But take that little mudra, that little hand position. Again, right hand, index finger and middle finger down, folded in towards the palm. So just take a regular breath in, a regular breath out. Then close the right nostril, inhale through the left. Close the left, release the right, exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right, release the left, exhale out the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left, release the right, exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right, release the left, exhale out the left. One more round. Inhale through the left. Close the left. Release the right, exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right. Release the left, exhale out the left. Then just let your breath return to its normal rhythm, gently inhaling and exhaling out the nose. And notice anything that you feel. The alternate nostril breath can be very calming and quieting for the body. And when we have that calmness and quietness, it helps with our focus and concentration. And then very gently, if you had the eyes closed, you can gently let the eyes open. So I would recommend, if you have a few minutes for relaxation, Shavasana, that you go ahead and lie down on your mat, turn off any phones or notifications, and give yourself at least 5 minutes. 10 or 15 is even better. But if you can do a little bit of relaxation, that is very beneficial for your body. It helps the body to integrate the practice that you just did. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you sometime soon in the saddle or on the mat. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and check out Grey Horse Yoga in the info section below. Thanks. Bye-bye.